Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Duck Adventure for March the 16th. I'm not back totally yet. Well, I'm back. I'm here with you right now. I'm actually going to be posting this video right away because, you know, I've been gone from the channel and I've been reading your comments, guys, but I've been scrambling, you know, trying to fix this problem. And I've been doing a lot of research. Plus, I've been dealing with some problems. You wouldn't believe it. And you know, I don't know if anybody is out there. Okay, I thought the fence was broken there for a second. Bizarre. I'm losing it here. You wouldn't believe what's happening to me here, guys. Well, one, my back's a little bit sore, but that's because I'm stressed. You know, and I know that for sure. But we have a thing planned here. I don't know, some of the people in the world might not know what this is, but probably everybody in North America knows what it is. It's called poison ivy. And I've got poison ivy in my property, but I don't know where it is. I found it years ago and I got rid of it all. But I've got some somewhere on the property. Doug's found it. Now the thing is Doug gets the oil on his fur, and because, you know, I'm such a big animal lover, and I'm constantly, you know, mauling Doug and you know, giving him love, I've got poison ivy all over my body, at the back of my legs. Anywhere he seems to be touching me, I'm getting poison ivy burns. Well, I'll show you my arm here. This is just one spot. You know, that's just one spot that I've got it on my arm. And it just happens to be, you know, your underside of your arm is so tender. It's driving me nuts. And I'm usually pretty good at ignoring the itching, and so poison ivy isn't really a big deal for me. But I've got it on my back, I've got it on my buttocks, I've got it on my legs, I've got it on the back of my legs, I've got it in places I'm wondering how did Doug touch me there? Or how did I touch Doug with that part of my body? But I think what's happened is it's on his fur, and he's laying down on things, and then I sit there and I get it. So it doesn't make any sense, because I'm getting in places that I don't rub my buttocks on Doug, so I don't know how it's happening. Speaking of the devil, there's the poison ivy dog. Thank you, Doug. And the worst part is he's been super, like, he knows I'm really stressed right now, and he's been super lovable, so he's like really pushing against me lots and rubbing against me and giving me extra lovin's, and because he can tell I'm stressed. And I'm like, I gotta push him away because I'm like, I don't know what part of his body's got the poison ivy oil on him, on his fur, because, you know, it's a transfer is what I'm getting. I'm getting actually a transfer from him. So let's let the ducks out and I'll give you an update. No, Doug, get back. Oh, look at this thing on my dog. Come on, ducks, let's get the room. Oh, you're excited. Oh, Dougie, I know. Come on, slowpokes. And another thing too is that poison ivy, Doug really loves the smell of it, the burns on my body. He's, oh, poor little gimpy duck. He's been really giving me lots of love here. Come on, girl. Oh, poor little duck. So, update on the Muscovies here. Let's go in here and check the Muscovies out. Yesterday, there was actually 7 Muscovies sitting on nests. Today, there's only 6. And this morning when I got up at 5:30, there was actually all of them were in here because Mo was the only one that was outside. So I'm not going to go in there because it seems to really screw them up. But right now, there's 6 of them on nests here. Not going to go in, guys, because they really don't like it. But now we've got officially 4 on, I mean 5, no, yeah, 5 on this side. I'm getting my all screwed up here. So there's 1 in there now. She's on the nest. She's been there for 2 days. This one here has been on the nest, you know, for the last week, over a week. This one here, over a week and a half. This one here is still on. This one, of course. And then we've got this one here. Trying to give you a shot inside. There you go. She hasn't moved. She's in like some kind of super trance, man. I've actually came in here looking. I thought she was dead, but she's alive. So I'm not going to go in there because they really, really don't like me coming in here. I don't blame them. Oh, look at her. Sorry about the bad camera there, guys. I just turned around and she was doing some nest building. Look at the way she's got herself buried in there. Like she's got the, she's turning the eggs, guys. Look at that. She's moving the eggs. Oh, I'm gonna try to get you a better shot here. I can hear the eggs moving. Try to get closer without freaking her. I can hear the eggs moving with her feet. Yep, she's moving the eggs with her feet. This Muscovy experiment is so cool. I was telling my buddy about it this morning, and he thinks, the guy that I borrow my tractor from all the time, and he's just, he thinks it's just awesome. You know, to have this many Muscovies doing it. You know, this is almost like a factory farm situation here. We've got so many doing this assembly line of Muscovies, you know, all in the same building like this. Yeah, she's I can see her. Her body's going up and down. She's using her feet to move the eggs. That is so awesome. This is super cool stuff, guys. All right. Okay, so I'm going to give you an update. One, I'm going to post this video really fast today, guys, because I got to get back to this fixing the problem here on the duck adventure. Yesterday I took the chance, guys, and I loaded another 503 eggs in the incubator. I've come to this the decision here. I'm only going to do 2 hatches this year. That's it. Whatever we get in 2 hatches, that's all I'm going to do, because I know that, even if I have a success rate, let's say even if every single egg hatches, I could handle physically myself 1,000 ducks if it's only 2 hatches, because that's the key here. Because last year, I killed myself with all the hatches, because it was like a freaking nursery here, for weeks on end, the hatches and all the swap. And I've always said, if I could have all the ducks at once, it would be, I know I can do it. I absolutely know I could actually do it with my back hurt, pumped up on morphine if I had to, because I know I know what I can do. And I know the way I'm set up here, I can handle that many ducks if they're all the same age or within 2 weeks. So that part I know. So I'm not going to hatch any more than the 2 loads that are in the incubator. And I loaded yesterday. I made the decision. Now, I've been on the phone like non-stop, guys. I've been phoning processing plants. I downloaded every single processing plant in the province of Ontario off the website, and I've been phoning every one of them. And I've talked to everyone, actually. So I found a processing plant that's only 3 hours from here, which is really, really close in the big picture. And they came up with a price of $6.50, which is half price of anybody else on the duck processing. So that really got it, a lot better than the first price I got, which was $12, and I know I've been reading some of your comments, and I've been planning this since February. I didn't talk about it on the show because I was in the planning stages, but I had the feed company, they were gung-ho about it. I had the guarantee from the processor, they were going to do it, and then everybody pulled the rug out from underneath me right at the last minute. Now, some people are saying, why did you do it? You weren't totally prepared. Well, when you're working with animals, and they're on a biological clock. And anybody that watches my show last year knows it was June. I think it was around June the 10th last year, the eggs stopped, or the beginning of June. I forget what it was, but the eggs stopped. There was no more eggs. So I'm working with a very, a tight time frame here. The animals are dictating the schedule. So, when I had all the commitments from everybody, the feed company and the processor, that they were on board, I had to go with it. When someone tells you, a company tells you, yes, we're on board, and they tell you on the phone, and they tell you in emails, and they tell you, they're going to forward the documents, to get everything happening. And then you've got these animals standing behind you saying, with the clock ticking, you better hurry up, or you're going to have no eggs to work with. You got to do it. You got to pull the pin and throw the grenade and start the show. So that's what happened to me, and that's why I've been so stressed out. And guys, I'm telling you, I've had some bad things happen in my life. And you guys, anybody that knows, been watching my gardening show here since 2011. I lost my business. There was a big lawsuit. I got sued. I got charged. My business, I lost it all. And not even remotely close to the emotional roller coaster ride that having the duck adventure on the verge of dying. Because I think a lot of it is I love what I'm doing here, guys. Like, I love this show. I love sharing it with you, and I love the animals. I'm a big time animal lover. So that's the hard part about it, is because I actually love what I'm doing. Like, I love it. I can't tell you how much I love it, because I'm an absolute fool for the amount of work I put into this, and the effort and the time and the amount I'm getting paid. Believe me, guys, business is way more profitable, and for my effort, a lot better pay schedule than this is. But I don't get the joy like I get out of this, and I'm 53 and I'm starting over in my life, and I really wanted to make the channel something special, and I want to, this year my plan was, I thought, okay, we'll feed the homeless, and we'll get the channel of growth, because this channel, I've been slugging at her hard, guys, and I've got real expenses here. There are a lot of channels. Like, if I was a pop culture target audience, this channel would be viral with the amount of work I put into it. But because it's, we're a unique creature here, guys. We're animal lovers. We're homesteaders, we're survivalists, we're sustainability. This is a demographic that is a hard one to crack on YouTube. To grow a channel big, especially with animals, and especially when you've got a cast of actors that eat the way these guys do. It's not like other shows, where one person is gardening or one person's playing video games, and that's all he does. This show has real expenses, hard expenses. These animals eat, and they eat a lot. And, last year I financed the whole show myself, and I rolled the dice because I wanted to grow the show, and because I honestly, guys, I'm living the dream here. This, bottom line, I'm living the dream. I get to be at home. It's hard work, but I don't mind that, because I get such gratification out of it, because the animals and my fans, and and I like to share it with you. So, that's why this year I decided I'm going to do something special, and hopefully to help the channel grow, so that it could be, so that it could sustain itself, through the ads. When you watch an ad, it helps feed the ducks. And I can ask you to watch the ads. I'm allowed to do that. But thing is that there's these hard expenses, and this year I'm not in a position to finance the show like I was last year, because I've got to look at the survival of myself, and if I a lot of you have said scale the show down. Well, if I scale the show down, then it's not going to I'm not going to grow the show. And it doesn't fit into the plan, of making this a sustainable income for me. One, I'm not going to lie, because I want to, I want this to be, the go-to channel on YouTube. You want to raise ducks, come to 50 Ducks in a Hot Tub, and we'll, I answer questions in the comments all the time, because that's what it's all about, is sharing what I've learned in real hard learning, the learning curve. So. None of this is theory. Everything I know is from trial and error myself, and that's got to be one of the best teachers there is. So, I'm working on it. I'm working on a solution. I've looked at all the GoFundMe sites you guys keep mentioning. Now, you guys, the fees on that is crazy. Because I'm Canadian, they suck anywhere from 10 to 12% of the donations up, with their transaction fees, their exchange fees. They got more fees than a bank has, trust me. So, and then you guys have mentioned, the Patreon, that was even worse for fees, and I already have, on the link, 50 Ducks in a Hot Tub, below the video, go to the site, you can subscribe, and I have it set up on PayPal where you can feed a duck, for as little, I think it's $1.77 a month, you can help feed a duck for a week, and and it's like $1.77 Canadian to boot, which is almost worthless currency right now, compared to the US dollar. That's a coffee costs more money. And if everybody clicked on that $1.77, and once a month, the $1.77, the show would be fixed. That'd be bottom line. It'd be fixed. That'd be it. We wouldn't have any problem. The show would just chug on, and I'd have no stress, and I could just focus on the animals, because all I've done the last 3 days is focus on this problem, and it's really drained me, and it's drained things I got to get ready for the hatch. So it's like I'm trying to I'm going to still put the GoFundMe together, but I want to tell you guys, like, 12%, and Kickstarter's just as bad. I've looked at them all, I've read them all, and So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 2 fundraisers together, guys. I'm gonna put one fundraiser together that's strictly for feeding the animals and the the processing, the slaughtering, and the transportation fee to get them to the slaughter pen. That's gonna be one fundraiser. I'm gonna leave it that the way it is. And let you guys, decide. And then if we don't get enough support in that, the second hatch of ducklings that I put the eggs in yesterday, I'm not going to do. We'll just scrap that, the second batch. But we'll see. We got a month to go on that one. And I'm going to put another fundraiser together for the live streaming. Now I know a lot of you guys have said the live streaming you're not interested, and that you think it's boring. Well, the live streaming that I'm looking at, one, it's not as expensive as everybody's thinking is. What it's going to enable is not only am I going to be able to set the camera up in the barn so you can watch the ducklings, 24 hours a day if you want, or pretty close to 24 hours a day, what YouTube will allow us. But when the ducklings get out of the barn, this wireless live streaming that I put together, that I've researched, that I'll be able to walk out here and we'll actually be able to do live shows where I'll set a schedule, and when we let the ducks out in the morning, it'll be live. No delay. Oh, ducks. Doug spooked the duck there. Spooked me too. It'll be live, So, and the thing is I'm looking at, I researched a Wi-Fi transmitter for the property that, in theory, this transmitter, I'll be able to go right down to the creek, guys. I'll be able to go right down to there. I don't know if the camera's pointing in the right direction, but right down to the creek with the camera live. So, in the morning rush, we're going to be able to, we'll be able to live walk with the ducks to the lake, and then, we'll be able to have daily shows, middle of the day, live. I think it'd be really crank it up, because one of the things that I've been crunching the numbers on is shortening the season. We're not going to be able to have a September, October duck, because it just costs too much money, and the ducks just don't gain any weight, and they just eat a ton of food. That's they eat a ton of food the last 2 months there. Unfortunately, that's when they're the best actor. So I'm thinking that we're gonna, the show will be June, July, and August, and then the end of August they go to the processor to go to the to the food banks, and we'll still have a really good summer. But by only having 2 hatches, it enables me to focus on the ducks, get them to the lake even faster. I honestly think we can get to the ducks. We can have them in the water within 30 days because I'm not going to be distracted with all the nursery action that I went through last year. So that's the plan. I'm just trying to get it all together here in numbers, and it's donating through the 50 Ducks in a Hot Tub website, through PayPal, is the absolute best deal for everybody, because your money is not going to administration fees on these fundraiser sites, because the fundraiser sites are like I said, 10 to 12%. Where you donate directly through PayPal on the link on 50 Ducks in a Hot Tub, I lose 3.5%. That's it. It's 3.5%. It's not a kick in the head, because I'm going to I'll do the GoFundMe and I'll set it all up, and you guys decide which way you want to do it. If you want more of your money to go to the adventure, PayPal is the best route. If you want to, get the visual to see what the total's going, and you want, your name up on the GoFundMe page that you supported, just remember, 10 to 12% is getting sucked away in fees. And I'm just being honest with you. I've researched it all, Kickstarter, all of them, Indigo. They all suck you dry on the fees. That's how they make their money. So I'm going to go do egg recon here. I'll bring you along. I've got a little bit of a surprise here. I got a phone call this morning that a person about an hour away is bringing her daughter here. She's a fan of the show. I'm going to see if she'll let me film when they come here. They're coming to get a dozen eggs because they want to start their little duck adventure themselves. They want to hatch some eggs, and now that I don't need any more eggs because I've got the incubator full, I'm going to give some eggs up here to these people. So if the mother lets me turn the camera on when her daughter's here, I'll turn it back on. If not, I'll be just uploading the video as it is. But I'm working on it, guys, and I'm trying to come up with a solution, and your comments below are my inspiration to try to come up with a solution to fix this, and we'll see what's going to happen. I think with the 2 hatches, Now, based on the way it's going, the candling and that, you know, maybe it'll be 700 ducks. Hey, but it'll still be an awesome show, because if I can, you know, only have 2 hatches and I'm not playing, you know, Mother Nursery here, we're going to do a lot more playing. And like I said, I'm going to put the equipment separate on the live streaming. You know, I'm going to put the drone in there too, but the drone is, I'm more excited about the live streaming because of the fact that, you know, I think it'd be just cute, awesome. It'd be spectacular to, you know, in live, you know, to be able to come onto the channel and click and see what's happening in live, you know, and, you know, watch me clean the barn out. You know, it's like there's going to be, you know, things that, you know, I'll make sure that I clean the barn out at the exact same time every day, so that, you know, in the show, you know, let's say it's 7 a.m., you know, at 7 a.m. Matt's in the barn, you know, cleaning out the ducklings. So you'll be able to see what's going on here in real time. We're going to come up with a schedule. If, you know, we can pull this together and the support's there, you know, from the fans. And, you know, based on, you know, what I saw when I broke my hand, I can't see why we can't pull this off, guys. But like I said before, though, it's cheaper to just to go buy ducks at a grocery store and donate them than do this. But you don't get the same experience of watching 3 months of epic duck happening here. And that's what it's all about, is sharing the experience of what it's like to raise these animals happy and you know, and deal with Mother Nature too, you know, coming here. It's just, you know, it's a different way of doing something good and giving back. And I want to grow the channel. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's my goal. And, you know, and if I shut down the duck adventure, and, you know, and I would still, honestly, guys, if I shut the show down because I can't get support and I raise my own animals, I have to go get a job, you know. And, you know, when I had to disappear in April there and I had to go work on my eBay business, that's what it's like. I would just have to go back and focus on, you know, something to make money, you know, and to cover my overhead here, because, you know, my eBay business pays my overhead, you know, to keep my house going, but I can't, you know, the show doesn't pay enough to feed the ducks. So it's sort of like, you know, I know I've read some of the comments where they say, you know, just scale back. Well, if I scale back, I have to shut down because I got to go and make a living like everybody else. And I can't focus on trying to grow a show about raising and growing, you know, growing and raising your own food and sharing it on the internet. And that's what I'm trying to do here. And that's why I've worked so hard at it. And I love it. I honestly, guys, I'm living the dream here. And if I can pull it off and share it with you guys can live vicariously through me and my experience, and I can, you know, share the fun I'm having and cheer you up, and the animals. And believe me, they cheer me up. And I've read your comments. You know, the animals have that effect, especially the ducks. They're so cute, you know, and the things they do, and you know, and Doug's quirkiness and the things he does, and, you know, it's just a unique show, and I don't know anything on YouTube that's even remotely close to what it's like, you know, like this. I've never ran across a show that, you know, one has, you know, 700 actors, you know, animal actors to boot. Oh, but let's go do egg recon. Enough of my rambling, because I've rambled way too long here. I've got on a bit of a roll there, and I feel positive I'm going to come up with something. But, you know, I think about another day. I should have all the numbers done, and you know, maybe the end of today. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to put it together so you can see what the total bill is. And you know, but like I said, you know, the 50 Ducks in a Hot Tub website. You go click on the link below. You don't have to buy a T-shirt. You know, the T-shirts, you know, is about supporting the ducks and being, you know, loud and proud, walking around, you know, with a shirt from a show that is unique on YouTube. But if you don't want a shirt, you know, there's $1.77. You know, like I said, if everybody did the $1.77 per month, like, that is nothing, man. Probably, you know, you guys probably lose that amount of change falling onto your pockets. You know, losing the wash machine, you know, it's like $1.77 Canadian is, I don't know, about $1.45 US. If everybody did that for the show, we would not even be discussing this. Nothing would be an issue. It would be just full steam ahead, and I would be totally focused on this, and nothing more and nothing less, and it would be, you know, all problem solved. I wouldn't have to talk to corporations. I wouldn't have to talk to anybody. Actually, it would be just you. That's all I'd be talking to. And we'd be all doing something really good because, you know, we've, one, learning something, and two, giving back, you know, to the misfortunate, and give them a whole bunch of, you know, tasty duck, you know, anyways. I'm not going to keep rambling here, guys. Let's go do egg recon so that I can get on with this planning stage and get this worked out, the final numbers crunched. I've got, you know, like I said, I've got all the numbers down. I just got to put them all into one page, and so that, you know, you guys can see what's involved in keeping the show going this year. All right, poison ivy dog. Oh, Dougie, I can't believe it. I'm itchy all over because of this guy. He found the poison ivy, and it's bad. And you know, the thing is, the last 3 days, every time I turn around, I've got a new spot on my body that is itchy. Like I woke up this morning and I got a little spot behind my my knee. Oh, look at the ducks in here. Sorry, ducks. You can't. Okay, out, ducky. They really want to nest, but I can't let them because I need the barn. You know, I'll just close this so Doug doesn't come in, because I know that ducks. We got attack duck 2.0 in the corner, and look at her. Oh, she's already hissing at me. You know, it's really a shame that I can't let this one go, and let her do her thing. Look at her. She's hissing at me. She really wants to be a mom. Oh, it's too bad I need the barn. Oh, yeah, guy, totally forgot. Not yesterday, the day before, I got a goose egg. So there's another goose egg. That's going in the incubator today. I put it in the incubator too, as soon as I got it. I've still been, doing the ducks and that, but like I said, I've been on the phone. I'm so sick of sitting. Actually, that's what's making my back sore right now, guys. Is I have sat so much in front of a computer and at the kitchen table on the phone. Oh, that duck's up there. Oh, she's leaving. She's mad. Look at her feathers up. She's like an upset dog. She's giving up though. She knows what I'm going to do. She says, I'm out of here. Yeah, so my back is sore from sitting because that's all I've been doing. I've had a phone tattooed to the side of my head. Talking to all these places and, on the, but I'm so happy that I found a processing plant that's reasonable compared to everybody else. Everybody else is on glue. Absolutely on glue. Oh, attack duck. Yeah, that's attack duck 1.0. Yeah, so we have a YouTube fan. She doesn't have a YouTube account. She's been watching the show. This young girl has been watching the show, and she refers to me as the duck man. Her mother told her where she was getting the duck eggs from, and the kid goes, "Oh, that's Duck Man from YouTube." She was all excited. She was meeting a YouTuber, so we'll see if the mother lets us videotape when she comes here. All right. Come on, duck. Oh, look at another. Oh, these ducks are really possessive. All right. And of course, egg production's going through the roof now too. We're getting I think the other day I got 46 eggs. They're on their second wave right now, which I've got to. I gotta convert the barn over for ducklings. And guys, I gotta thank you so much for all the positive comments and the support. And believe me, I haven't had a chance to reply because I'm working on trying to come up with a solution to save everything. And your cheering me on has helped me, even though it has been hard, because I just didn't count getting kicks in the head like I've been getting here. It has been I did not count on it. And oh yes, another thing too I forgot to tell you is we had a cold night with frost. I woke up and it was 5:30 in the morning, and it was Thursday morning, minus 2.7, and there was ice on the hot tub cover. So if I would have had the garden planted, everything would have been toasted. But I think we're safe. There's some colder nights or cooler nights coming than in this coming week, some 3-degree nights. So we'll see what happens. Typical May weather. All right, I'm going to get back to my work of figuring out. I got to do my duck chores first though, but I got to figure out. I've got all the numbers broken down in different spreadsheets. And now I'm just going to put it all together so you guys can see the deal is and what the total bill is to pull this off this year. And But like I said, guys, it's cheaper for us just to go and, you know, buy duck in the you know, the grocery store and donate it than doing it ourselves. Doing it ourselves is a lot more money, but you don't get to watch the whole, you know, the whole situation. A whole bunch of really cute animals growing up and having just an awesome life. Oh, and the geese. Here, we'll go over here before I turn the camera off. We've had some pretty good rain. I gotta cut the lawn too. The ducks are slipping bad. I gotta fire up the lawnmower, which I haven't got it on the tractor, but and because there's water all over the property, the ducks and the geese are no interest in going to the creek, down to the lake. They're just hanging around up here. Look at them, just drilling. And they keep going deeper and deeper into the bush on me. Alright, well, I'm going to go and get the ball rolling here on what I got to get done for you guys, so you can make the decision on if we're going to get to keep the show going or not. Okay, so today's egg. Today is May the 16th. And this will be due June the 20th. Just so I know here, so I don't get them mixed up. Alright, so June the 20th, May the 16th. Alright, that's 35 days from now. So we'll put this goose egg in. Oh, it's going to be tight here to get this in. Alright, that's a whack of eggs in there, guys. Alright, another goose egg.